could have been a duck, I'm not sure, in some third world country from somebody who was trying to hold it down and cut its head off with an axe. Okay? And I think it was a turkey or a chicken. And this baby was crying and finally got it away from the person and, wanted it to go free because they recognize that we don't need to do that. It's unnecessary to do. Okay? And most people see that, especially from when they're young. But then it's beaten out of us, and carnism is beaten into us. That compassion is beaten out, and carnism is beaten in. It's a religious, dogmatic belief system. Carnism is a dogmatic religion based entirely upon violence, because that's what has to be done for people to eat the flesh of animals. Violence has to be conducted upon them. The main belief system of carnism is that it is morally justifiable and or necessary for human beings to kill animals and eat their dead flesh. Okay, now, first of all, if you saw what the meat that we're really eating looks like before it is quote unquote dressed, most people wouldn't eat it because it has the absolute color of death. Okay, it would be looking like you're eating a zombie carcass if you ate meat as it really would look if it was shipped to the supermarket without the dressing of the meat industry. And just look up what that's called. Okay, I'm not really going to talk about it much in this presentation, but it's called dressing meat. Okay, the process of dressing meat. Literally, they're dressing it up to make it look like something other than what it really is. The red coloring, that's not what meat really looks like. That's not what anything that is being consumed that came from an animal looks like. It's often pale gray to even a black color, to a dark gray or even black. Okay, they inject it with dyes to make it colored that red color. Okay, so most people would be horrified if they looked into the meat industry. Look up the documentary called Earthlings. Okay, Earthlings was the documentary that started to really wake me up about what's going on with carnism. Okay, look up Dr. Melanie Joy. There's another individual to look up regarding the belief system called carnism. And I would also recommend the work of Gina Carr. Okay, so and there's many others, many others. Okay, too many to go into in this presentation because I have too much to get to. All right. But that's what carnism is. And I define this as a religion, and it is what I call the ultimate expression of domination. This is dominion over others. That's what it is, which is what human beings do not have. We think we have it, but we don't have it. We should only have dominion over ourselves, which is where freedom ultimately leads. When we have dominion over ourselves, we enter a state of being free. That's what the word freedom really means. Okay, we don't have dominion over ourselves. We can't even control our own animalistic tendencies and behaviors. Okay, and the urge to kill, the bloodlust that's within us, most of us. Okay, but we certainly don't have dominion over other creatures that are not us, including the animal kingdom, including other human beings, and including the animals of the animal kingdom. Okay, anybody that thinks that is a religious nut that believes a wrong interpretation of the Bible because it never says that we are given dominion over the animals, ever, anywhere in the Bible. And it never says we should be using them for sources of our food. It says take the fruit of, the trees and every fruit bearing and a tree and plant and its seeds, etc., and use that as your food. That's what it actually says in the Old Testament, believe it or not. And I know most fake-ass Christians won't bother to look it up because they only go by what their fake-ass Christian preacher told them at their fake-ass church on Sunday. Okay? That's all they give a shit about. They have a religion, the truth be damned. What God intended be damned. What nature intended be damned. They just go by what their Bible-thumping preacher told them, or their church. The dogmatic religious belief system of their church told them. We're going to get into that.